Hello, guys, welcome to the Casual Experts Show. Today I'm here with my co host Zahid.
Hello guys, I'm Zahid.
So, the topic that we are discussing today is the idea of power. Zahid, what are your views on power?
Yeah, Gulesh, power for me is something which is not tangible but has effects which are tangible. Uh, the effects power releases are mostly practical. Practical, we can observe them, but power is something we cannot see but we can feel. This is what power is to me.
Do you believe power corrupts?
Yes, 100%.
How?
Power, according to me, is something which a person is addicted to it. When he assumes power, he thinks he's like absolute power, and he misuses the power he has, and that eventually evolves into abusing people which are not much powerful, and it corrupts eventually.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If I tell you that you cannot do good without having power in your hand, so doesn't, like, if you agree, do you agree with this?
Like in some cases we need power to do good, in some cases, but not in all the cases. Like doing goodness does not need power.
Right. So you believe that it is not necessary to be to have the capacity of doing good without having power.
Yes.
So let me ask you this then. Like, if you want to help someone financially, if you don't have money, you cannot help them, right? So that money gives you access. That money gives you essentially power. So if you don't have money, you cannot help someone. That means to help someone, you need, like, that's straightforward, right? So what my idea of power is that you absolutely need power to do good, to be able to be of help to someone, because if you are not, then essentially you are just dreaming. Everyone who says, for example, that they want to have, like, for example, if someone belonging to a middle class family says that I'm happy in having a lifestyle in which I can just, manage my expenses and live a life that is not very luxurious, right? Okay, that's fine, fair enough. But the fact of the matter is that they don't even have the resources to live a luxurious life, unless they have that resources. They, whatever they say are just words, right? So don't you think that in order to be able, like, this is, I know I initially discussed the idea of good and compared it to power, but I just gave you an example that even having like wishing something for yourself remains a wish unless you have resources to fulfill those wishes, right? In the same way, if you want to be of help to someone, like, we live in Pakistan, we know how much people are fascinated with power. Like, people want to join civil services. Why? Because they want power. And yes, there are people who say that we want to join civil services because we want to contribute, we want to make an impact, we want to make an impact where it matters, like we want to help people. But that help actually comes to you when you are in that position of power. If you are not in that position of power, you are just a normal individual who is just dreaming. In the same way, like, politicians run for, public offices because they sell this agenda that if we get power, if we are elected, we will then be able to help you, we will then be able to serve. So that is my idea of power. What do you think about that?
According to me, like you said, that to do some good to someone, we need power. But I think, like, if you want to do some want to do some positive thing to anyone or help someone in his difficult or hard times, if you don't have money, but at least you can give him the moral support or the motivation to work hard or do something. Even words can help him or do, or it can take him out of those hard situations. But you compare that we must have some sort of wealth or some sort of money to help him in hard times.
See, the thing is that yes, it's. I mean, yes, you have to give them moral support as well, but words don't fill your stomach, you know.
Yeah, but words can fill your mind sometimes.
Yes, but if someone is hungry, you will not like if you tell them that everything will be fine, you'll be good. Okay, maybe your words have an impact. Maybe it changes the direction of their life. But essentially, what they want is food, and food is you can get food from money, not from words.
But for me, that hunger is his power, because in those times his hunger will drive him to do things that he was not able to do before. It's not money, it's hunger, which is like a sensation, which is driving him to do something to stop this like empty stomach which is growling currently. So I think here the money is not much that important. Untangible things like sensation, motivation, or some sort of, sometimes dreams also give people ability to influence something, like they
See, but all of these things again lead to power. Like if they have dreams, if they have ambitions, what do they dream of? They dream of having power. They dream of becoming resourceful. So ultimately, even their ambitions are related to the idea of power. What I'm trying to tell you is that I heard this quote that not a quote, but this saying that what I'm trying to explain here is that evil and good, these are related things. If you cannot inflict evil, you don't have the capacity to inflict evil, you cannot do good, right? Because then you will just say that I don't want to do this, but the reality of the matter is that you cannot do it. That's why you don't want to do it, right? If I want to defend myself or my family or my friends or anyone close to me, like physically, then I need to have physical strength for it. And then physical strength has two uses, which can be utilized positively and negatively. But you should have both. Only then you can protect yourself. If you cannot protect yourself and then you say that I don't want to fight, the fact is that you cannot fight.
So you are associating power with good power or bad power?
No, I am associating power just with power. Power has both applications, but that includes negative, right? So you can, like for example, we are students of IR. We know that nuclear weapons, right? Nuclear weapons essentially, what does they do? They essentially give a state the maximum defense that they can acquire. Like that is the last limit of it. Like it gives a state the power to protect themselves from any adversity, because they know that, like, they signal it to other states that if you even think about attacking us, we can attack you with this in order to protect ourselves. And that actually stops other states from not attacking them to that degree. Like we've read that all over. Like Pakistan, so we in this region, when India, they acquired nuclear weapons, right? So it was Pakistan realized that it is our responsibility that we defend ourselves. We cannot rely on other states to ensure our security. Then why should we rely on any other one? It was out of absolute necessity that Pakistan decided to have nuclear weapons. If they hadn't decided it, the security situation we are all aware of in this region. We don't need to develop into that details. So that is the point, that Pakistan, if realizing that it is a smaller state than India, it needs to protect itself. It needs to have that leverage of power. And when it established that, now no one can overrun Pakistan. It is a fact, because we have that capability to protect ourselves. So, do you agree to that?
Pakistan has a similar power as India, and so as China or other nuclear states. But it's the intention which counts. Like, everyone can do the similar damage or cause similar damage to each other, but they are not like using that weapon to lead to a nuclear war. That's intention of someone. But in case there is many countries have no first use policy, but others have first use policy because they cannot match other state conventionally, like Pakistan. India is much have big powers conventionally that which Pakistan cannot match, but Pakistan has openly said that we will use our weapons as first line of defense. But these are the intentions which we are showing, but we are not causing any harm, but we are showing our intentions. So not using power for bad use, but showing intention that I can use it for this cause. There is a difference between that.
Yeah, but to have that intention, you need to have power. That is the point. If you cannot even show your intention if you do not possess that power. If you say that, for example, if you tell me that I can hit you, if I know that you possess the strength to hit me, then I know that, he can hit me. But if I know that you cannot, then your intention doesn't matter.
In most cases, without implementing or using power, a person can know that he is powerful. Power has certain indicators,
Exactly, yeah.
which a rival party or anyone can assess and say that these people are powerful, we cannot mess with them. So power itself is glowing in something from far behind, there is something there. People won't mess until there is a parallel power to it. It will try to challenge the rival power, and in that case a person can use power because he has to show that he can cause damage to him if someone is using power against him. Then it's called self-defense, or in defense he can use it. But using unnecessarily power in an attacking mode or an aggressive mode, I think it's not proper use of power, unless there is something who is challenging you, or there is a threat that is coming from somewhere. You can show your power that I have this thing, I can stop you, or if you come closer I can destroy you. Possessing power and using power is something which I think brings two divisions between bad power and a good power.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the idea of power that we discussed today. Zahid proposed a different idea than I did. To him, power is something which is not necessarily, related to the idea of inflicting evil. But I believe that in order to even do good to someone, you should have the capacity to do evil. Only then you can realize how you can do good to someone. But do let us know. I hope some of you are watching us. Please do let us know in comments that what do you think about this, and we will see you in the next one, and we aim to constantly improve. So stay tuned until the next one. Bye bye.